Hey guys, what's going on? It's Lefty from 643 Productions back again with another video commentary. And I am an impulsive person at times. Sometimes I can be really impulsive. I'm not to the point where at the checkout counter of the supermarket where all those impulse buy things, I'm like, oh my God, I gotta have them. Or now at most Best Buy chains, they take you on a little roundabout snake through the store when you're trying to go to the register. Like, hey, here's all these electronics that you should probably buy too. I'm not that bad, but sometimes I just get it in my head like, ooh, I want to do something, or ooh, I was going to do something. It's got to happen right now. I got to make it happen. Right now. Why hasn't it happened right now? I need to make it happen. And then I do. And I'm like, yeah. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, that was a bad idea. And that's called buyer's remorse. But yesterday or today, for the sake of the video, it doesn't really matter. I mean, it happened either way. I pre-ordered in full on Steam Bioshock Infinite because I saw when I closed out a game on Steam, a little pop-up window showed up, and it was like, Steam does that where they show you a few different deals, upcoming games, and there was a promotion for pre-ordering Bioshock Infinite. I was like, oh man, I was wondering when this was going to be available for pre-order on Steam, because I was going to, I want to do a let's play / playthrough of it. I don't want it to be like a walkthrough, because that's more that rings to me more of like, oh, here's how to beat the game and be good at the game. I just want it to be funny, and I'm a huge Bioshock fan, and I think a lot of other people would enjoy watching a playthrough of that game. So I'm going to do it on 1080p and PC, all that stuff. It's going to be fun. And so I was like, oh, okay. And what really made it happen was at the bottom of the screen, and this is, all of you can go check this out for yourselves, Steam was promoting all these bonuses that you can get from pre-order, because that's the new thing now. GameStop does it, Best Buy does it, all these game retail stores do it, where they say you put money down on the game now, and you get all these extra bonuses. And Steam, apparently it's new-ish. I know they're not the first. 2K and Steam are not the first people to do this. I know Tomb Raider did it on Steam, and a few other companies did it, but they're offering a bunch of stuff, right? And I was like, oh man, and I saw there were like 3 different bonuses, and they said in the advertisement, when you pre-order Bioshock Infinite on Steam and pay in full, you get these things, and it says bonus 1, an extra copy of Bioshock, which I already have, but hey, I can gift it to somebody. It doesn't really matter. Gift 2 was some Team Fortress 2 items, which is really not that big of a deal, but bonus number 3 was a complete full copy of XCOM Enemy Unknown on Steam, a full-priced retail game. I'm like, oh man, that's awesome. I pre-order, I get Bioshock Infinite, and I get XCOM Enemy Unknown. I watched Eat My Addiction stream it. It looked like a really fun game. Can I make any content with it on YouTube? Man, it doesn't really matter. I could have some fun with it, and just, when I'm screwing around uploading a video, whatever. Awesome. Here's my money. Take it. Give me the game. So I get the game, the sale goes through, and I look in my Steam library, and I have the extra copy of Bioshock. I'm like, okay, good, because I already have it installed. Now I can gift it to somebody. And then I'm looking through my library. I'm like, where's XCOM? Where's XCOM Enemy Unknown? What it turns out that this pre-order is a tiered, or the bonuses for the pre-order are tiered. You do get the industrial, I want to say it's the industrial expansion set. For Bioshock, you get a few different items. You get 500 in-game cash as soon as you boot up the game. It's like the Strike at Karkand or Back to Karkand map pack for Battlefield 3. People that bought the retail game most likely got a limited edition, and they got the Back to Karkand map pack as part of the retail price of the game. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it turns out that instead of getting all those things as soon as you pre-order the game Bioshock Infinite, those bonuses are tiered, meaning they're dependent upon how many other people also pre-order the game on Steam. So right now they blew through tier 1. They're about a quarter of the way through tier 2 as of right now. So if you were to go right now onto Steam and pre-order Bioshock Infinite, you would see these 3 things that you're supposedly going to get. But in reality, you'd only get Bioshock, the original copy of Bioshock, and you'd have to hope that a bunch of other people pre-order the game to get the TF2 items and the free copy of XCOM Enemy Unknown, which would still be a great deal. I mean, it's a good deal for me because I was going to buy it anyway. So, because I want to do this Let's Play. And, I'm struggling how to think with that. I took to Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Lefty643. And I don't really know what to make of it. I mean, I was going to buy it anyway, and this is a bonus either way. I didn't pay any extra money. I didn't spend any extra money that I wouldn't have already spent. So it's not really that big of a deal for me. But I can't help but feel two things. Two things right now. Number one, it was kind of hard to tell on Steam what the pre-order actually was, because it's possible to go from that little screen, that pop-up screen, which I described, because they do give the full rules on the Bioshock main page on Steam, but it's possible to go from that little pop-up screen through all the way through the transaction without ever seeing or ever being prompted with the notion of, oh, no, you're not actually guaranteed to get these three things. You're only guaranteed to get the industrial expansion pack, and the other three tiers are based upon how many other people pre-order. It's entirely possible to go through without seeing any of that, because at the time, at least when I bought it, it didn't appear on that little pop-up screen, which prompted me in the first place. And so I feel like it's a little bit of towing that line in terms of like, if it's not towing the line, it's in the same area code as that line between, hey, the perfectly acceptable and reasonable business practice and I'm not saying it's like, I'm not saying they're nefarious. I'm not saying they're Gearbox. I'm just saying it's in the same area code as that, like, well, whatever. And I don't know how to feel about that. And also I feel like it might be a little bit manipulative. I feel like I don't know. Is it good business? Probably, yeah. But I feel as though, the offering of those things, and especially because I feel manipulated, and other people have probably feel manipulated because Steam and 2K haven't told anybody what the benchmarks are. They have these three tiers, and they give you a percentage, but you don't know. You have no idea what the set amount of pre-orders are to be to get those three different things. You already got Bioshock, and the next thing up are the TF2 items, and then the third final one is XCOM Enemy Unknown, and you get the percentage in a little bar graph. But who's to say 2K and Steam can make up whatever they want if they decide that if they're like, oh man, our business model was crazy, we can't give away a free copy of XCOM Enemy Unknown to everybody that pre-ordered. That would murder our sales figures. They could just be like, oh yeah, well, the benchmark was 10 million pre-orders, so oops. So I don't know. That's why I say, I feel a little bit manipulated. My fault too, a little bit of my fault too, because I was so like, yeah, I gotta do it, and I didn't do the reading. I probably should have, but also, that doesn't change the fact that Steam doesn't tell us how many, or Steam doesn't tell you how many pre-orders are needed to get to each tier, and also it's just I don't know. It feels like it's approaching a little bit questionable. It's approaching that area. And I want to know what you guys think. And especially, and I also want to let you guys know that that's the case if you're thinking of pre-ordering Bioshock Infinite on Steam. I don't know how the other pre-orders work, for retail copies of discs on consoles. That's completely different. On Steam, you're not guaranteed those three things. And in fact, as of right now, and it's only jumped up 1 percentage point in 24 hours. So as of right now, it looks like you're only going to get a free copy of Bioshock, which, hey, if you're going to spend the money anyway, free copy of Bioshock. But anyway, guys, that's my time. I got to get out of here. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. Remember, likes, favorites, comments, and shares via Facebook and Twitter do help me out. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoyed. I'm out.